Okay, welcome to video number 4, the closing process. The first thing I want to talk about is what we call the sales pipeline. This is basically what you're going to fill out after you've called the client for the first time and got them to agree to put up the free ad on our directory. The address is up here, bestphoenixdirectory.com/pipeline. What you want to do is just fill out the necessary information, your name, their name, email address, anything with the red asterisk next to it. When you come down here, you're going to see that we're requesting a company website. Not all businesses obviously have a website. However, if they do have one, definitely make sure to get that website because it's going to help our design team substantially in the design process. We can just pull images off their website, pull text off their website, and make it that much quicker. If they don't have a website, definitely notate that too. Use the person's logo. Basically, you would choose yes or no here. Do we need to create a logo? Yes or no here. That's all contingent upon whether or not they have a website. Now, the 100-word company summary. This is 100 words that you will be providing. You will most likely pull those 100 words off of their website if they have one. Now, if you do pull the 100 words off their website, we do request that you change at least 25% of the words. That's 1 in 4 words. So, for example, Phoenix plumbers are great. You would write Phoenix plumbers are fantastic. You would just basically change, adjectives to other adjectives. Definitely make it sound good. Don't just half-ass it. We want it to sound good. But that is one way you can do it. Now, if they don't have a website, one great thing that we do is we actually go to Google Australia or Google England, and we type in, say for example, you're doing a plumber. I would type in plumbers in Yorkshire, England, for example. Those plumbers will come up, their websites will come up, bam, I'll go to their website, pull 100 words off of there, and basically change it around at least 25%. This is extremely, extremely important. Google does not like duplicate content, so make sure to change at least 25% of it. Comments, notes, some customers want certain things, don't want certain things. Make sure to be as specific as possible. The worst thing for us is to have to redesign your ad several times, so let's get it right the first time. Give us the most specific directions that you can so it looks good right off the bat. Okay, email. I'm going to set you up with an email address when you do start with us. To get to the email, you go to bestphoenixdirectory.com/webmail. What you're going to do is put in your name at bestphoenixdirectory.com. I'll provide you with a password. You're going to come here and you're going to select Squirrel Mail. Once in there, this is your email. You'll see all these, obviously it works like a normal email. Pretty basic, but you can definitely figure it out. If you have any questions, please ask me anytime. Okay, for the closing call, you're going to be using the BPD script. Now, the closing call is really something that we want you to kind of feel out for yourself. There's a lot of different ways to approach it. You guys are all salesmen, so you can approach it the way that you see fit. One thing I do want to communicate to you is that we want you to call the customer 3 days after his ad is live. Once you submit the ad through the pipeline, my design team is going to design it. I'm going to send you an IM or an email that says, hey, the client's ad is live, call them and email them. So what you're going to do is you're going to call them and you're going to email them as well. And the email template for that is at the bottom here. It's your ad is live email template. It's in your BPD script. You're going to say, hey, your ad is live, it looks awesome. Please have a look. And then again, you're going to try to close them on meeting with you in 2 to 3 days. Now, logically you think, well, I'll give them a week and that will be better. We found when you give them a week, it actually makes them forget about the ad, and for some reason it makes them appreciate it less. They think it's they don't feel like it's as exclusive as we want it to be. So definitely stick with the 3 days. Try to make that appointment with them so that they're sitting at their computer when you go over the ad with them. When you do call, you're going to basically have them in front of their computer. Hopefully, people are flaky. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's not like they're all consistent. I mean, this world, people are unbelievably flaky, and especially when you're trying to sell something to them. So you gotta hard close them on the meet. Get them in front of their computer. Talk to them a little bit about the ad. One of the first things I do comes from a common objection that I would usually get, which is, you know what? In those 3 days that my ad was live on your guys' directory, I didn't get one call. I didn't get one email. I didn't get anything. What's up with that? So this is the rebuttal that I like to, this is the objection I like to eliminate right off the bat. What I tell them is that, well, while your ad was live, it did get 28 clicks, but that was from browsing traffic. That was from people who come to our directory for the news, to look at other things like limousines or handymen, whatever it may be. They saw your ad, they browsed through it, they were checking it out, but that wasn't targeted customers. So what happens is, once they move forward with the ad, once they pay the $200, and this is true, what we do is we submit their ad to Google, Yahoo, MSN. We do a huge Twitter blast. We do a bunch of different things to get targeted visitors to come to their website. Obviously, we're not going to spend a ton of time and a ton of money to get them all these results up front if they're not going to move forward with the ad. The basic point of the 3-day ad is to show you what it looks like, what we can do, kind of show you what we're about, get you a little bit of exposure, but it's not until we blast you does the flood of visitors come. And I'll say that right off the bat. I'll be like, hey, this is Mark. I'll call them. It's 5 p.m. on Tuesday. It's our scheduled time. And I'll say, hey, are you in front of your computer? Great. Well, I just want to let you know your ad got 28 clicks. And although we haven't really blasted it yet to Google, some people have seen it. But once we do blast it to Google, once we move forward with the ad, that's when the real flood of visitors is going to come. When you say that right off the bat, it eliminates their objection that they always have, hey, I haven't gotten any calls. A lot of people expect that they're just going to get tons of business out of this free ad. But you're going to point them to the reality that, hey, you got to pay a little bit of money first before I'm going to put an entire team of SEO specialists on your ad to go ahead and blast it to all the search engines. So that's a great way to begin your closing call. But after that, they're just going to ask you questions. They're just going to be like, why aren't you this? Why aren't you that? What about this? What about that? When you take them through and you show them all the great things that we're able to do for them, they're going to say, well, I don't see pool cleaners up here. And one of the rebuttals you can have to that is, if pool cleaners, let's say for example, and this happened to me about 2 weeks ago, they typed in best Phoenix car dealers, and he said, I'm not seeing best Phoenix car dealers. And what you tell them is this: once we fill up the section with 12 companies, that is when we blast the entire section to Google. And that is when the flood of visitors will come, and that is when we're going to land on the top pages of Google. So Best Phoenix Gyms is finished. Best Phoenix Attorneys is finished. We've blasted that. We've marketed that. It's not until we fill that up, but don't worry, because usually it fills up within just a few weeks. Now, as far as their personal ad, when we blast their ad to Google, to MSN, to AOL, it usually takes about 3 weeks before the flood of visitors comes. And basically you can tell them that, look, your ad is just up. It's just a skeleton. It's just to show you what's going on. We haven't put the real meat behind it yet. We haven't blasted it. But in about 3 weeks after you pay, you're going to start seeing those visitors come in. And believe me, the ad is definitely going to pay for itself. Look what we did for Phoenix Gyms. Look what we did for Redman Roofing. Look what we did for Bell and Arrowhead Lexus. That's when you show them the Google results, and that's how you close them. Okay, so I just went nuts. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, and the next video will be closing call number 2, where I show you a little bit of the ins and outs of the close, how to make payments, so on and so forth. So let's get to it.